Hello, Epic Land. Welcome to the StarCraft 2 Epic Land Finals. I'm going to invite our players up. We've got a very exciting Protoss versus Protoss match for us today. Two very high-level players. We have big claps for Zane. And visiting all the way from the Netherlands, we have Hydra. Obviously, Zane has been to very many Epic Lands in his day, but always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Zane has yet to win an Epic Land, but he has argued he should be #1 seed for this land. He is ready to take this one home. He is psyched and ready for it. Zane, how are you feeling going into this match?
I'm feeling very confident. I haven't lost a single game today, and I'm feeling ready.
I love to hear that on an absolute hot streak. And Hydra, how are you feeling about this match?
Feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, lost the previous series, but I've learned quite a bit, and yeah, ready to take him on again.
All right, well, I know you both will have some tricks up your sleeve, and that's all we have for now, so we'll hand it over to our amazing casting Archon team. Take it away.
Hello, Epic. I am Bollard, one of your 3 casters. We've got a 3-way Archon going here today. And thank you for staying with us for the delayed start of this StarCraft 2 Grand Final. We're really excited to see it. I hope you are too. I'll introduce my other co-casters, starting with EXO. How have you enjoyed EPIC46 so far?
It's been an absolutely fantastic banger after banger sets, and I've been enjoying it the whole way through. I've casted lots of games and enjoyed it all thoroughly. Looking forward to casting this final PvP. I had to come onto the stage. Couldn't let you two have all the fun. So yeah.
It's good to have you here. You're usually behind the stage,
Yes.
observing. We've got Kaz, however, observing for us this time. Big shout out to Kaz. Thank you for taking that on. And on my other side, my other
I'm like
glorious
looking at our stream that's going out. I'm like fully behind the light. I look like I'm sat up in the corner. We have to shuffle over. Shuffle. Let me in.
But yeah, your heart. How have you found EPIC46, and what do you think about these two players in this final that we're about to see?
To find it, I typed Kettering Convention Centre in on Waze.
Yeah.
I no longer use Google Maps. Friendship ended with Google Maps. I'm all on Waze. It got me here like 40 minutes later than it should have because I got stuck in Birmingham traffic.
That's not a good
but
sign.
I'm here, like everyone else, and I'm ready for a PvP finals. I'm miserable. There are no Zergs in the finals. Normally there are 2. The number of Zergs in the finals at Epic Land, the average has decreased precipitously, and I'm sick of it.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's get it over with.
Let's get it over with. No, let's get it underway. So just for everyone's understanding, Zane coming in through the upper bracket, undefeated, as he said today, not dropped a single map, means he takes a 1-0 advantage into this series. And this series is going to be a best of 7, starting here on Persephone LE. The players appear to be ready, so we will start loading into the map. EXO, what do you think we're going to see?
I think we're going to see a proxy. A proxy from somebody. I'm not sure.
Not gonna say who, not gonna
2
say who.
proxies.
Double proxies.
And we have got into the map. And go on then, Hart. Why don't you take it away and introduce our first player for us?
Spawning in the top left corner of Persephone Ladder Edition, playing in the blue, it is Hydra.
And his opponent looking to take his first Epic Land champion. He's in prime position, going through the upper bracket, being 1-0 up in this first of this best of 7 series. It is Zane.
Zane does appear to be a crowd favourite. There's a good contingent of the UK StarCraft 2 community here, and some OSU fans as well, who always turn out in force to support StarCraft, which is absolutely fantastic.
Such a good community. We love to see anyone that comes out, anyone that's interested in StarCraft. There's like random strangers that walk by and say, "Oh, you guys playing StarCraft? Yeah, I played that when I was 20 years younger." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, keep it moving."
Yeah, keep roasting us. Come on.
But you're right. Zane obviously has like a bit of a fan favorite in the crowd, perhaps. But Hydra, we've seen like all day. People on stream have been super keen to see them play.
That's right.
It's been so exciting seeing people like pop into the chat saying, "My goat, Hydra on stream." And now Hydra in the finals.
I think 90% of our chat has been asking where Hydra.
Where Hydra?
Pretty much all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, where or when? Yeah.
When Hydra.
When is always in 10
Well,
more
currently,
minutes.
now and here.
Oh,
but
yeah.
never how Hydra.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's unbelievable.
No proxies, EXO.
Not yet. There is still time. We're thinking second pylon with the probes kiss in the middle of the map. So we love to see that. Peace before war, you know. But there is still plenty of time for this to get crazy. Now, PvP, very standard kind of openings, 2-gate sort of standard stuff. So no major deviations just yet. Both people taking their second pylons in their own base. So yeah, they really did want to just make me look like, you know, a fool for predicting that they'd do a lot of proxies.
You've got to build the hype. You've got to start game 1.
Yeah.
Standard macro game. We'll see how it goes. Game 2. the craziest shit you've ever seen, and we'll just run it straight down, see how things go.
Yeah.
For all the marbles.
I heard, Hart, that you were talking to Zane about a lot of secret strats before.
No, it's not even secret. I'm just like, when you make Stalker, what does that mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It says like, I'm making Stalkers, they're good units. I go, okay. I write that down. I got a cue card, that's what it says.
Write that down. We do have Hydra making a shield battery very early on in this set.
Yeah,
to
wall the
thing.
probe
I
in,
see.
yeah. Obviously that's worth it, like you lose 25 minerals from cancelling shield battery, but you kill a probe with 50. That's stonks, baby.
That is stonks.
But it does mean that Hydra gets to see the first 2 units out, and like I was saying earlier, the first 2 units does kind of telegraph what's going on for the rest of the game. And this one, both players are taking the same route.
Sentry Stalker is very much the I think I'm the better player. I can play a more standard, proper game and win sort of like comp. And the fact that both players have gone for it means that they both think they're the better player. I love that.
Interesting though, Zane's the only one sort of starting to move out, going a little bit aggro with it.
I guess it's because he saw that his opponent went Sentry Stalker, so he gets to kind of take the initiative more. But I don't think there's going to be much he can get done here because now there's 3 sentries out for Hydra, and he does not want to get that first Stalker force fielded. That would be very bad.
Zane absolutely aware of the power of the sentry. He knows whoever has more sentries is probably going to win.
I was just about to say, we saw a lot in previous series. Zane's force field micro is incredible, and with 3 sentries, you can trap a Stalker very easily.
So sick. Yeah, he's so clean with it. It's really impressive to see. It's little things like that that make you really love the game. Me at least. That's what I love to see.
Oh, intense shot of the players here. They are both deep in focus in this first game, looking to get an edge any way they can. And we can see that both of them have gone for a Twilight Council. Zane's Blink has already started, where Hydra has gone for the Robo as well. So he's he delayed his deck slightly, but he split the path a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what his first thing. Oh, Dark Shrine.
Okay, we're cooking.
I see. Tricky. And there it is. I told you there'd be proxy.
I think that counts.
That
counts.
That
I
counts.
take it. Okay.
Okay, good.
It's pretty hard to get through a PvP without proxying something, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, Protoss is kind of seen as like cheesy.
Oh
race,
my
like
God! Hang on, did
cannon
you just
rushing,
find it?
that sort of thing. Ooh.
Yeah, the Phoenix just went over. The hallucinated Phoenix just went over.
Oh,
and
he's
found
fully
it.
scouted.
Immediately.
It's a good
Wow.
start.
And the speedy probe comes through as well. And that's it. Yeah, there's the cancel from Hydra.
I think he might cancel it after the probe
He
passed,
did,
so
so
maybe there's like some misinformation going on here. That could be interesting. We'll see how that plays out.
We'll see if Zane overreacts, but maybe he'll rescout. Yeah, he's rescouting.
Smart boy.
Good stuff. Hydra is still building the War Prism. He's going to let that finish. Obviously, a War Prism is still very useful, even if you don't have DTs. But yeah, like the first trick kind of not working as such. The very sharp Zane is able to catch it. Scouting in a bit of an unusual path, but he found it. And now gets that little bit of an edge, gets a little bit of security that the fromage type of coming in isn't going to be DTs immediately, unless there was a second Dark Shrine.
They would never do that.
They would never do that. That is too big brain.
No, I mean, like you're saying, it's good to catch it, but it's also not a huge loss. Like you cancel it, it's like okay, it cost me a little bit, and it's I now don't get to play the tech that I wanted to play, but it's not a huge loss. It doesn't set Hydra back hugely.
I find interesting is will Hydra have noticed that there was a probe that went past his pylon, his proxy? Therefore, there might be something that is proxying. But first off, he's going to get first blood here with the first probes going down.
Yeah, and Zane actually completely missing this because it didn't go through the front like he was expecting, but it was actually a warp-in in the main. Zane only has one warp-in, so you see him chronoing a gate in the back, so he gets one Stalker out, but there's going to be so many probes going down.
And this is absolutely critical damage coming out here. 13, 14 workers going down already. This could be a very decisive play in game one. However, at the natural of Hydra, we have an attack coming in, as he's now forced to pull probes, and this is now getting spicy as there is beautiful force fields, but is there enough?
Yeah, and some decent blinks, trapping a lot of the probes, so a lot more going down. We will have to remind our observer to put on Game Heart for the next one so we can see how many probes going at every point.
Yeah, it should be observed.
So far, things are pretty
equal. Either way, we're doing good.
Things are pretty even. Worker count evening up, but Zane is the one across the map, trying to use his Blink Stalkers and get as much value as he can.
But we have the Big Daddy Immortal sitting there for Hydra, able to help defend.
I'd just like to point out, I was right. There are 2 proxies in this game.
True. You were also correct. We made the safest bets in PvP ever, and we were right. Fantastic.
Shocking.
So both players taking a bit of a beating, but coming out, licking their wounds, re-probing up.
Yeah, it's surprisingly even in the work account.
Yeah, absolutely. Just goes to show, when they're so evenly matched like this, you are really both injuring each other at equal rates.
Big blink forward. He wanted to get the War Prism, but he didn't quite get it. And now he's focusing on the Immortal. Is able to get that, and that might be enough. He's going to blink out
such an aggro blink though, and Zane's starting to take a supply dip. Maybe for the first time in this game, he's down in supply.
True, but he did get the critical immortal. However, there's another immortal just coming out there, and that's going to be very comfortable, or make this defense much more comfortable for Hydra.
Yeah, absolutely. See what Zane's got planned for the rest of this game. He did have a probe on location to take a third, and then kind of, I think, decided not to go for it, and he's instead taking up and whopping in more units on the other side of the map. It's interesting to see kind of how he plans to take this game, like the direction he wants to go with for the rest.
And interesting that Zane is going into a robo and into charge. So I wonder what he's going to play here, because often Disruptors is the follow-up to Blinkstalkers. So you can kind of go into that. But saying that, always having charge odds being able to run around the map is always good. So not a bad thing. It's not necessarily that he's going to commit to a heavy Zealot play, just that he wants to do some run-bys. Yeah,
it does kind of force your opponent to start making those Archons, and that is obviously going to be pretty gas-heavy and another tech building for Hydra, so we'll see kind of how he decides to deal with those heavy Zealot counts as Zane develops into the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, little freeze, little stutter.
Oh, don't tease us like that.
Ooh.
We do have thirds coming down for both players. So, in fact, it's yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pretty evenly timed, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, they look at a similar time.
Yeah, interesting to see. Let's see where this one goes.
Yeah.
Warp Prism being so annoying and milling around once again. It's interesting that Zane clearly went for it. He clearly wanted that gone. Didn't want didn't want any prisms in the game anymore. But Hydra doing a really good job of keeping that alive.
Yeah, and the War Prisms can always be a nuisance, always provide a massive backstab, as that was the big thing that got Hydra the advantage initially. So he's very happy with that, no doubt. Keeping that War Prism alive, a very important play. The proxy is still alive for Zane, though. So, again, he has an attack point here that he can jump or launch an attack from.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's also kind of a magnet. It can kind of pull Hydra out and think, I do need to kind of clear that. I do want, more map control. I want that off of my side of the map. So,
I don't know
in
if
that way,
Hydra's
Zane might kind of play around that a little bit.
Oh, another
even more aggressive pylon.
The secret of building a proxy is always build two,
Yeah, it does get almost immediately scouted, but we'll see if Hydra goes for it.
And Hydra, Zane's moving quite far forward. Only Stalkers, so he is able to blink them all away. Archon being morphed in the back, that might get
Zane might be
picked
able
off.
to snipe one. Just go for a pylon instead, but little bits of damage, it's all good.
And yeah, quite an even sort of game coming into this first set. Neither player able to get a critical lead. Hydra is 10 workers ahead now, but now the Zealots do come in. He is trying to get things. Beautiful force field able to block them off, but now the Zealots
blink forward, going for those Immortals, and then Hydra's going to have to ferry them back and doing a good job of the pickup micro so far. But there's so many Zealots here, and Hydra just didn't get the Archon count in time, I feel like.
Zane crashes through that third base and takes game number 1. Giving him the 2-0 map score in this best of 7 finals. He's got to be feeling good about that.
So interesting, and it kind of was building, and then all at once it was over.
There's a really decisive attack there from Zane, wasn't it? It was interesting to see he actually got his Templar Archives up first, Twilight Council up first, and it was moving into the Archons. It looked like he was going to get first, then didn't actually use it. He didn't build any really. He just went straight in with the Blink Stalkers and really made Hydra pay. Yeah,
I guess just good to have the option and have those tech available to you. But yeah, really interesting play. Zane just never really probed up. He was like, this is it now. I'm gonna not gonna get third really. I'm gonna transfer some workers around and then max out as close to and then go for it.
He fooled me with it. I thought, this is going into a macro game. I was like, he's getting charged so he can run some Zealots about. No, he's getting charged to kill Hydra.
I want to do an update. Hydra says, not scouting the DC Shrine, baby rage.
Okay. He feels that. Look at his face there. You can see that he feels that.
Zane's looking satisfied. I mean, he's still undefeated on maps on the day.
Yeah.
He's looking at a 2-0 lead now in this series. Just got to get 2 more map wins to clinch his first title. He's getting ever closer.
Absolutely. Loading into game number 2 on Tokamak now. So the way we should explain a little bit how this works is there's 9 maps in the pool.
Yep.
For those who didn't know, it used to be 7. It's now 9. Sorry if you haven't been keeping up.
Yeah.
So there are 2 vetoes. So we did Hydra vetoed first, so picked a map that they didn't want to play. Then Zane picked a map they didn't want to play. And then Hydra gets to pick which map they go in having lost. Yes. So it's they pick a map that they don't want to play, and then they lose it on the spot. And that's how we come up with this 1-0 lead for Zane.
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously in a mirror matchup, maps aren't necessarily going to really swing the balance. There's not a map that's favoured for Protoss against Protoss. That wouldn't make any sense. The players obviously have their favourites. Different players have styles that might suit one map over another.
But you might have sneaky proxy spots that you've prepared as well.
That's the important thing, especially in PvP.
Exo, intro, in the top right,
Yeah,
if you would please.
I think our observer is very excited for this intro. So, coming over here, all the way from the Netherlands, it is Hydra!
And spawning in the bottom left of Tokamak, playing in the red. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there he is. Playing in the red, taking a somewhat decisive victory in game number 1.
Yep.
Closer than he might have liked. It is Zane.
Listen to the crowd roar out there. They love a bit of Zane.
They're going wild for Zane.
I'd like to also do an update from Twitch chat.
Oh.
We're getting mixed responses, but mostly they're saying go AC.
Yeah!
Shout out to AC.
Shout out to AC keeping Zerg in the top 4 of Epic Land, you know?
He just
Scraping
can't
it,
keep
just scraping
Zerg
it.
out.
Yeah, yeah. But it used to be, you know, this is a fallen Zerg community. It used to be that every good player was Zerg, and you couldn't get away from it.
Nope.
The golden days.
Have you not considered coming back to playing?
Good when they have a good patch out.
Is it not a good patch?
Not good enough.
Good patch, Buff Zerg, yeah?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Well, we do have Zane putting his second pylon on the map up to some shenanigans, and Hydra goes around the base, and he gets to see that there is no second pylon at home.
But isn't it possible also that you kind of stick it somewhere obscure but not in a proxy location to kind of like fake out and you say,
Yes,
it looks like I'm doing something, but I'm not.
It's a very common way to do this. This is a really cute trick as well. He's started it behind the mineral line there, and then you can the power field obviously extends over, and he's able to put that on the right side. That is a proxy robo. Fun fact, Zane has once double perfected to me doing proxy robo. Yeah, that's a fun fact to me, all right? What is double perfect? Double perfect is where you, as in he beat me 2 games in a row without losing a unit.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That is brutal.
Not even a probe?
No, not even a probe, no.
Oof.
Ouch, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Flamed
guys.
all the way
Thank
from
you, guys.
backstage. Don't even have a mic on, and they're getting their voice out of the broadcast.
Exactly.
Our observer
What I'm
wants
saying
to be heard.
What I'm saying is Zane is really good at doing this, and that means if Hydra is doing it, is able to defend it, then he's even better.
The thing is, Zane must respect Hydra quite a lot, as he hasn't chosen to mass sentry Hydra yet.
Yes, very true. That is another way. I haven't lost to Zane playing Mass Sentry.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, he hasn't done it to me.
The scout coming through on that robo, so
That's
Hydra
congrats.
does finally know. Does finally know now what they're up against. It's going to be interesting to see how the kind of response goes. If you've
Ooh.
played any ladder lately, it's a lot of Protoss. So if you've played ladder at all, you basically know how to play this matchup. So we see what Hydra has.
That
in
was really
mind.
smart micro there from Hydra. Got the force field down, but then didn't focus on the nearly dead Stalker. Instead, switched
Yes.
over to the one that was further away to deal some health damage, which is permanent. Shields will obviously recharge.
Yeah, and that's really big. Losing 1 Stalker when there's only 4 units out on the field
And
is...
the other one down to half health.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a core of your army. However, Big Daddy Immortal is out and is going to be able to push out some damage here if he goes in.
Any minute
When
now.
he goes in.
We're all holding our breath.
He's waiting for the second one. It's waddling over. It's coming.
But we're looking
There
at
you go.
triple
Yeah, the
sentry.
Prism,
I would say
in
the
fact.
Prism is
Yeah.
big here.
Zane coming straight for it. I'm getting
Drop
kind of feelings from a LAN not too long ago where it was Zane against
Uh-oh.
Gerald on the stage.
Oh, the
Oh,
force
that's one
field on the
button,
ramp. Bam! Lock him out. You're locked out. Squatter's rights. He's
Both
here.
of the warp gates are going to go down here. That's going to be brutal as well. No more warp-ins for Hydra for a while.
Yeah, and those force fields are going to keep chaining. There's just so many sentries here. We can probably get another one, and then Hydra's looked out for just a little bit longer. A recall coming through, so Zane's
Oh, he's
actually
going to run to
evacuate
the low
and go
ground and then
straight for
force
the low
field it
ground.
to the top.
Ooh, lost the Stalker, but maybe the warp prism can help out.
Yeah, maybe could have ferried it, but that was already the kind of low health one. I think it's kind of okay to lose at this point. But now he can just lock Hydra in, and Hydra can't recall again. That's on cooldown
Yeah.
for a good little while yet.
Oh.
Hydra's just whole positioning at the top of the ramp. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
I-
even want to push down
I
into
think you
this.
don't want to walk into that choke.
Yeah, Hydra wasn't able to get anything out on the map, so he doesn't have any way of sort of like counter-attacking or like warping in on the other side, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not full walled for Zane, so maybe there could be the opportunity to get some adepts in, and that can do really good damage.
Zane has
the
so many
moment
force
he-
fields queuing up here. He's just going to be able to slice and dice Hydra's army into bitty pieces.
It's so tough though because Hydra equally can basically do the same, right? The sentry count is so high on both sides. With the Prism of his own coming through, Hydra can start to do a little bit more here and Micro just a little bit better. And this is really going to come down to is like Micro versus Micro.
Absolutely what you love to see. 2 high-level players absolutely slugging it out with the micro, with the force fields, trying to get the better engagement. And then they still have the War Prism in order to lift the units out of the force field trapped. Out of the trapped units by force field.
Nice
So-
scout with the adept there, Zane can see absolutely everything that's going on. Hydra has nothing else apart from what is in his base right now.
Zane going for something a little bit weird behind this as well. He is expanding, so I feel like he's like, that's the damage done. I feel like that's a, you know, I don't need to overcommit here, and like maybe I'm not ever getting the kill, so let's shore up behind this. Eco maybe.
Yeah, a common follow-up to this is actually to get a Robo Bay and then to get Disruptors, and then you can kind of keep forcing your way up. But as you can see, Zane, like you say, wanted to expand and get a Stargate. So I like the Stargate because he knows that Hydra hasn't got anything that can deal with Void Rays, basically. So if he gets a Void Ray and Hydra does some kind of all-in, then it's not going to work.
There. Zane fully going for it, and Hydra actually sent his units across the map. Zane's getting up here and he's thinking like, hang on, where are your units? Maybe I just win on the spot. He's going to keep ferrying units up with that Warp Prism. Does get entirely inside the base, and now Hydra isn't even controlling the ramp.
Oh.
Hydra's given up on the counter-attack. They were going to potentially base race, but Hydra just has to try
boys.
and hold.
Okay, probes are actually surprisingly good versus Stalkers and Sentries.
Let's see. The Prism going down to Zane is bad,
enough.
but he's so all in here. Hydra's going to lose so many workers. And Zane actually isn't doing this off too low of a worker count. The micro is good for Hydra, though. Good pickup on those Immortals so far, keeping both alive. He doesn't have a battery to kite back to, and Zane gets wiped out here.
Yeah.
Zane does get wiped out, but he has been macroing back at home. That's the only thing that's working in his favor right now. He needs to just not die on the counterattack.
Exactly, but is there's one Void Ray already out, possibly another Void Ray in production. Yeah, another Void Ray in production. I don't think Hydra's army can ever kill these 2 Void Rays.
Yeah, Zane even getting an Adept out to be kind of annoying and threaten those backstabs. It's really worrying spot for Hydra, but look how even the supply is.
This is there was very Molten used to do a style like this where he'd go for a proxy gate and then like build a Stargate at home and then defend with Void Rays. So this is very Molten-esque in my mind.
Maybe Zane's been taking notes from Molten.
Yeah, exactly. Shout outs to Molten. Also done some casting this weekend, but done a good job. We appreciate you, Molten.
A lot of the community's been appearing on stream as well. Thank you to everyone who has helped out cast and for just being such an amazing community and group to be with.
See how it goes here as Hydra is gearing up for his attack. He sent Phoenix ahead to scout, so at least he's not running in completely blind. But Zane kind of knew this was coming. Look, battery's already out. Void Ray's in position. Hydra's losing workers behind this. I think that Adept did get in, and that's what kind of Zane might be focusing on right now, is microing that Adept across the map.
Yeah, but Zane in a commanding position here. Hydra is on the clock. He is watching it. He is watching the timer tick down on this window in order to kill Zane because he needs to do it soon.
Yeah, why not? I guess Zane wants to save his gas, so we're just warping in slow zealots. If nothing else, they like tank. They get in the way, so he's pulling some workers off as well because I think he knows that holding here puts him in a really good spot.
Zane is running out of force field energy, which is the only thing not working in his favor at this point. He just needs to keep that Stalker count low because the sentries aren't going to kill the Void Rays, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. With nothing on the ground to kill those Void Rays, he can obviously clear up the rest of the Immortals.
A 3rd Void Ray has entered the field. And that might be the actual signing off note on this game, as I don't think there's enough anti-air anymore. Hydra, of course, does not want to give in too early. He walks up with a 3rd Immortal. Very intimidating, but I don't know if he can do it.
Look how many batteries there are here at Fort Zane as well. There's even one further in the back that I hadn't even seen before. Good force fields so far from both sides. You can see they're just really trying to cut the army, be really irritating, and not force the opponent to take an engage that they weren't really happy with.
I feel like the longer this goes on, the better it is for Zane because he is mining from 2 bases. He's just going to get slightly the edge as it goes on.
Yeah, I mean in a mirror you literally need like 1 worker to have an advantage, and Zane has a little bit more than that.
A lot of Stalkers are going down here.
Yeah, a lot of the ground army is going down, but those Void Rays remain in the sky, uncontested, and that is going to be GG.
Zane goes 3-0 up in this series, still perfect on the day. And I can see it from here. I can see the backpack with #ZaneSweep written on it. Is he going to make it a reality? Is he going to win his first Epic LAN in a perfect sweep?
I still believe. I didn't believe at the start, but I believe now.
There we can see the Epic LAN trophy on the stage, awaiting to be claimed by the victor of this series. Will it be Zane? Will it be Hydra? Hydra's going to have to reverse sweep Zane to make it possible.
It's going to be a tricky one. We're going into ley lines for our next map.
What a storyline that would be, though.
That would be
reverse
incredible.
sweep now would be unbelievable.
Like, I'm a very good friend of Zane's. Obviously, I would love to see him win. But wouldn't the storyline be amazing if Hydra does a reverse sweep from here? I just want to see more good StarCraft, and we've been seeing a lot of that today.
Bollard, I completely disagree. I think the main thing that matters is that everyone has fun.
Except for the Zerg players who aren't here.
Well, they never have any fun.
Have you seen a happy Zerg player?
No, they don't.
Exactly.
I've seen them. They just don't play this game anymore. Okay, we're giving Hydra a quick break, letting the players have a little bit of a breather. I think you can see on the cam now, Zane is like locked in, but he's moving around a lot. He looks a little bit, you know,
Yeah,
a little bit zony, a little bit shifty. He's getting
Yeah, there
Giving
you
you
go.
the side eye. All right,
He knows
all right,
it. He
all right.
knows it. He knows he's doing well. He's feeling good. He's riding. He's riding.
Looks like the players are ready to load on into map number 4, technically. Ley lines. What do you think about this one?
I think it's a mirror. So
We were gonna say that. I set you up
I
for
have huge
failure.
insight. I think probably proxy, maybe
there's-
2,
yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah, again, well, this is one of those naturals that has no ramp. It's quite wide and open. So again, it makes the sort of standard expand builds a little bit harder to do versus the more aggressive builds. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays a part. I don't think that's a massive deal, but we'll see if that plays a part. So, spawning in the bottom left, fighting for his tournament life at his first Epic LAN run, it is Hydra!
And up in the top right-hand corner of the map, 1 win away from that glorious trophy that we just saw on stage. In the red trunks, here's Zayn! Oh yeah, the crowd's feeling it. The crowd's
Yeah,
feeling this one. They're as hyped as we are.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see how this one develops. Zayn, I think, you know, feeling confident, but maybe now feeling the pressure a little bit.
Could be, could
There's
be.
a lot on this, like, you know.
This is when the nerves set in, when
This
you
is
realize
sweet.
that you might win.
Yeah.
You might go, oh crap,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to win this. And then that's when the wheels can really fall off. But we'll have to see if that happens, if the nerves get to him. But he seemed pretty unfazed up there on camera. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think he's fairly good now. I was making jokes about him choking earlier, but I think he.
While
I
he
think
was
it's-
eating, that's a bit rude.
Halfway through his pizza, and you're like, oh, Zayn,
You were
don't
joking
choke.
about it or hoping?
Well, he did bully me about his seeding, so you know that's a story for another time.
Is it though?
Is it though? Yeah.
Let's get into that. Let's spend the remainder of this match only
Look
talking
at the
about the
laser,
seeding.
look at that.
Oh.
It's end of Star Wars, where he's like...
Where's this
zapping
platform
people.
going? Like, it's not moving on the lava, so what is the laser
No,
doing?
the lava is moving with her.
Oh,
Part of
isn't
the
it-
platform.
Isn't it like
It's just trying to stay in place.
you wouldn't feel
Well,
the motion because
All
you
right,
have equal...
this is what I mean, right? At the start of the series, the probes moved past each other, they kissed and moved
Now
past
they're
each other.
fighting.
Now they're fighting. I told you it was peace before
It's a
war.
toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Interesting to see, and I don't know like how far you follow, and then you know maybe you're getting misled, and there might be
Yeah, yeah.
What
some
if there's a
buildings
second
going down
probe?
somewhere else.
What if there's a
Wait, it's
second
not going
probe?
anywhere. There's
They're
equal
shooting
forces
in
on both
opposite
directions.
of each other. Yeah, they're just cancelling each other out. This is a
Oh.
complete waste of energy.
Maybe that one is. Maybe it's holding it up. Maybe it's like a maglev thing.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, they are pushing in opposite directions. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah. The designers of this planet were idiots. is what
Zayn
we've
denying
established.
the
clearly.
Denying the scout and blocking his opponent's expansion. A little bit annoying, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
it is what it is. So the real thing is Hydra going to try something fancy now? Does he lock in and go, all right, I've got to put something on. I've got to try something wild because I need to get a win? Do you
It's
think
so
he
interesting,
does?
like the psychology of it, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're like, this is
Do or die.
This do or die. So it's like, am I going to do the craziest cheese that no one's ever seen, or like, do I go back to my bread and butter, the thing I really, really, really want to play, and kind of give it my best show and give it my best shot?
It's got. For me, it would have to be the latter. But I don't know what kind of player Hydra is. Like, what he wants to be remembered for at Epic, man.
Well, he's playing standard and solid. He has got that natural base. I think his natural was a bit quicker than Zayn's. He also has opted for the fast shield battery and 3 sentry opening. We've seen this in a few of his matches, in a few of his different matches. He likes to get an early shield battery and be really safe. Found that quite interesting versus when he was versus Razor as well. And he now gets the full scout off into the main, but not that too much to see here because, you know,
Yeah, he
Zayn
does
is
get a
actually
scout on the
playing.
tech. That's nice
Yeah.
to see, you know. Good to know what's going on.
And once again, we have Zayn getting that slightly faster Twilight Council, and he's going to start Blink up, I assume. Yeah. And
It's always blink. With Zayn, it's always blink. No
Yeah,
need to assume. It's always blink.
Well, to be fair, it would be very strange if it was charge.
It's not
Okay.
impossible though, right? It
It's
happens.
not.
It happens.
It's not
Yeah,
possible.
Oakley's.
It's very unusual. And
Speak of the devil.
Oh,
We summoned it. We
have
made
Called
that
it.
happen.
Called it.
Interesting.
Okay.
I have
so
the soul read.
there is
Did we
a.
see this in their previous series?
Yes, I was going to say
Who
that.
did it though?
That's a great
That's a
question. I wish I
can't
knew.
remember. Okay, sorry. You go ahead.
It's a very powerful build. This is a 2-base Glaive Adept Immortal all in, and obviously Stalkers are not very good versus Immortals, but
He did just the
Oh.
Phoenix flew over a couple of adepts, so
Ah,
maybe,
okay,
maybe
yeah.
got an inkling as to what's going on.
Maybe got an inkling. This is coming very quickly, though. Like, what chances are that Hydra isn't going to commit too early? You want to keep the Adepts alive so you get like a massive swell, and then the Adept act as a really sort of tanky unit because Stalkers don't do bonus damage versus them.
Nice
So
for Zane to find that Warp Prism on the transfer, and even catches the Adepts as well. It's going well so far. He obviously needs to wall the top of his ramp so the Adepts don't get in.
Oh, the Adept might get in, though. They are going to get around the back. Only gets 1,
2.
2.
There we go. 3?
Ah,
Yeah, 3. No.
No.
No,
Could have
3.
been, could have been.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe shoulda. Zane walling off the top, not going to
Yeah.
let those...
He needs to
Adepts
cancel
in.
that, though. So
Yeah,
he
he
can
might...
get out.
You know, it's hard, you know, there's so much going on. He might... You know, you kind of slip, you forget. We saw some people, like, trying to wall with Evos and then forgetting, and now you're
Oh,
like, full
yeah,
wall with an Evo or something. Yeah. It happens. It does happen.
It does happen. The pressure is real on stage over here. And again, you got to think that he's done so well this tournament that do nerves kick in now? I don't think so. I think Zane is a quietly confident guy. He knows what he's doing.
I'm pretty sure he finished it. I think it might be on purpose. Because if it's against Glaze, it's like you don't want them shading everywhere.
That
so
is
like,
true.
If there's nothing being made in your main, so like you can
Does
just
he
fool
not?
with it.
Oh yeah, no, because he didn't have a robo in his main, did he? Okay, well here is the proxy pylon for Zane, though. This is Zane looking to stage an attack soon, but I don't know if it's going to be soon enough. He does see this move out, and this should set the alarm bells ringing. He needs shield batteries at home.
Stalker's running through its dear life.
Yeah.
To stay out of vision. Like, oh, I do not want to be here.
Yeah, he's running all the way home. 4 Stalkers are still going across the map for Zane. They're going to try and get into the natural, try and cut off any reinforcements, or just like be annoying, delay this push at all. But now we
It's a
have
strong push.
Yeah, there's a lot of Glaive Adepts that are being warped in
Zane's
right
not
now.
got a lot of army. This is going to be brutal potentially. The shield batteries still aren't finished.
And
so
it's
tricky.
going to be a very difficult hold. We do have one more being held back, but here comes the force fields at the front and the War Prism here to Micro. We've already seen Hydra's Micro is very good in this sort of situation.
It's looking so good so far. Again, juggling on these Warp Prisms. Zane is forced to pull all of his workers off the line. He is up a huge amount, so he can afford to lose a few, but obviously lose too many and the game ends right here. Looking so good for Hydra as Zane's supply is just collapsing and Hydra's is only getting bigger with more warpins on the back of this.
Hydra's army supply has not dipped since the start of this attack. Zane, on the other hand, is crumbling.
I mean, these batteries are empty. The base is forfeit.
Yeah.
GG, that's what we'd
And-
like to see.
If it bleeds, he can kill it.
Absolutely.
And Zane has just bled for the first time today.
And Hydra says, no Zane sweep. That is not
No
happening. I
Zane
will not
sweep.
go out of this tournament without a fight.
And I think that's the first map Zane's dropped.
Yeah,
Today.
today.
Okay. Well,
Did drop one in the group.
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that
So
was
one
against
to hit.
Raza.
Raza.
Oh, of course, classic.
Yeah.
That's a pity map though.
That was a brotherly love thing,
It
yeah?
was a good game. Raza played well. do not give Raza his flowers.
And that's why Zane let him win.
Yeah. It's a shame. I was looking forward to the potential rematch of the Second Bowl. Raza
Yeah,
and
that
Zane
would've been
are
sick.
brothers,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
those who don't know, and it would have been great to see them either in the upper final or on stage. Could have been cool.
It would have been fantastic. But I also like this storyline that Hydra had to go through Raza to get here, and now Zane is up there avenging his brother.
Raza twice, I believe.
Yes.
Just losing the first time, then taking him
And-
down the second time.
And if you haven't watched the VODs and you think these games are good, you should really go back and watch the Hydra versus Raza set. They were
Yeah,
Especially that first
fantastic
series that went to 5. was
Yeah, the first
unbelievable.
series went all the way to 5, and the second series, whilst it was a sweep, was incredibly good games. And like I say, those boys were trying really hard. Really respect it. And I can't wait to see more.
Well, so Hydra is wanting to do this the hard way, but he's
Yeah,
made the
yeah.
first step on that ladder.
Yeah,
One-
not going out without a fight, but so impressive not to get full road.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
games earlier obviously went Zane's way, so
Mhm.
it should be good to see how Hydra kind of mounts his comeback. This is the start of the reverse sweep, maybe, but this whole time Zane is on match point. It's so easy just to swing a map in a mirror like this. It's so kind of a knife's edge.
Yeah, that's the thing about mirror matchups. They're always volatile. Obviously, ZVZ is probably the most volatile, but PvP has its own foilables, especially with all the proxies and shenanigans that are going on.
Yeah.
You miss one thing, and then all of a sudden, you get caught out.
All right, I want to see Zane proxy 4-gate. Let's go.
We're loading
Absolute
in
send it.
for game 5, technically, on
Yes.
Maganatha. This is one of the bigger maps in the pool. It's going to be really interesting to see kind of how that plays into this matchup as we get going. Zane embarrassingly messing up the GLHF to start the game.
Oh, he is shaken.
But not stirred. Starting here in the bottom right-hand corner of this map, getting their first win in the series, stopping Zane from getting that sweep. It is Hydra!
And his opponent spawning in the top left as the red Protoss. Now he's mad and he's about to get a power up and try and take this tournament even more. It is Zane! Oh,
Quiet.
and
Wow,
yes.
silence.
Now the
Silence falls
calm,
on Catherine.
Yeah.
Even the Counter-Strike players shut up for a minute there, which was pretty amazing.
We will nod it off.
calm before the storm as we take a tour on the Magnathanana map. Magnathanana
The
map.
impossible to pronounce
This bit's
map.
cool, look.
Yeah, this
there's
is cool.
There's a
The gold base with a Zelnaga
Yeah.
watchtower where you would want to put the base,
yes,
right? So you
but
just have to
you
distance
break
mine?
the rocks, and then the rocks fall
they
and break the
destroy it.
tower, and then when you
course.
break the rocks, you can take the base.
So
Yeah.
it takes like a two-step process
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
to-
a good gold base, or you can just distance
I
mine.
just
if you're
realised
lazy.
the tower is Axiom branded as well, which
Yeah.
is a Total Biscuits team. A
Oh,
legend of UK
yeah,
esports.
yeah, yeah.
Legend
There
of
you
the
go.
StarCraft 2.
Oh, I
community.
actually didn't notice that. Yeah, that's sick. That is really sick. Good spot. Good spot.
The scouting begins.
I
This is the dance we do.
The proxies begin,
Oh,
is what
yeah.
you meant to say.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's cat and mouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken and egg.
And in this case, Zane's gotten away with one because the vision from that tower
Oh,
was not long
I
enough. They're
love
proxying in
it.
the same places.
I love it when it's flipped like this. Yeah, this is so good.
Is these bigger
Glorious.
maps? You just have like more little nooks and crannies to try and hide stuff
Yeah.
So
in.
Zane's going to have to be careful because with Hydra
Mhm.
having
Yeah,
that
the watchtower.
tower, if Zane either thinks, I'm going to go get that tower, or moves in the wrong direction, he's going to completely give away where he's proxied.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And that probe moving.
Oh,
he's
Hydra
moved
left the
back.
tower. Okay, okay. It is a robo again. We've seen how powerful Zane is with this
Is
before.
this going to be a mirror?
This is like his
a
signature
mirror.
move.
They're both doing the same
And
thing, but
Hydra's
Zane
like,
is ahead.
anything you can do, I can do better.
Or slower. in
Or
this case.
slower in this case. But you know what?
It might be better
But
still.
slower might be stronger.
Yeah.
You know,
Slow
we're coming
and
off
steady.
a higher work account or something.
They'll slow in, fast out. You know, the racing line.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. Hit that apex.
Hit that apex. I can't think of a joke there. Alrighty. Well, now we see some scouting coming in. Looking good to go into the base, but this is almost fake. You don't even care that much about what you see. You just want to make sure, you know, you're almost scouting to make it look like you're trying to scout.
I think the pathing... Oh, Hydra is looking. I thought Hydra was just moving to his robo to kind of reunite these stalkers with the robo, but it looks
Oh,
like he is
he
going to
finds
scout.
it.
And he finds the counter proxy.
Now, he doesn't know how quick that immortal will come out, but he
Yeah,
knows
there's
that
no
his
way
has
it
only
gets
just
unpowered.
started.
He knows his is slower, and it's
Yeah.
been chroned.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly. But he knows that it couldn't be that much quicker than his.
Maybe
so
it does get
hopefully-
depowered.
Yeah, I
that's
think it does.
so bad for Zane. And obviously, we saw Hydra that had 2 pylons for this exact reason. It doesn't get depowered. Whereas Hydra, you're kind of preempting it, going like, yeah, I'm not getting this depowered. This is my all-in. If I lose here, it's over. So Zane, I don't know, cutting corners maybe a little bit there.
Sometimes slow and steady does win the race. Cautiousness has paid off here for Hydra, both in scouting and in having the extra pylon.
Yeah, and as you can see, Zane has cancelled the immortal that was building to get the money back. He has no plans, it seems, to repower that. He has got 4 stalkers walking across the map, and he is going to be able to get it in here. One sentry is going to be able to force field when it wants to.
Yeah, I guess it force fields just to hold them. Yeah,
Yeah, 2, split them up.
yeah, not too bad. But obviously, Zane is still winning this fight. Yeah, so another warp in does have to come in.
But now
Hydra
that-
bringing all of his units home. But has this worked for Zane? Like, has he delayed the attack long enough?
Yeah, but he did lose a few stalkers doing that. I don't feel like great in his position right now. We'll have to see what he's able to muster up. He is now starting a robo, an immortal from his robo that is at home, so he had to restart his tech.
Yeah, there's just no way he can get out to repower that robo. So in a way,
No.
he's just kind of behind because his
Yeah.
tech is all the way on the other side of the map and
Lost the
completely
money
useless.
on the pylon, lost the money on the robo. His immortal's incredibly delayed. Hydra's going to have more immortals in him when he does turn up with the push. It's looking bad.
Yeah, it's really nicely played so far from Hydra, and it's hopefully now seeing how he plays this out, how he finishes out the game, and where we go from here.
I'm loving the picture-in-picture face cams. You can really see the
Yeah.
stress on the players' faces right now as they focus in on this important attack.
Prism already done for Hydra. It gives him such a big advantage here because he's just so much more maneuverable.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of blink on every unit.
It's like the inverse of what we saw in that other game where
I was
Zane
gonna
was
say,
pushing up
yes,
around
this
with the
is-
Prism and Hydra didn't have one. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Zane can do a better job of holding in this instance.
And it'll be interesting to see if Hydra decides to expand, similar to how Zane did, or whether he
Yes.
wants to commit to like a robo bay and really try and kill Zane here.
Yeah, at the moment it looks like he's going for the kill, still pumping out immortals. Needs to keep up with Zane's count.
Yeah.
Catching that Immortal a little bit in the front there with that
Yeah,
force field, that's so good.
The well-placed shield batteries do keep it alive for now, and Zane is able to micro back. However, he has so much fewer units. He has so many fewer gateways. It is very hard to hold this. He has to pull the probes in order to do it.
Yeah, that's everything off the line to try and hold on here, and it does look like it will scare Hydra away. Good pick up on that low health Immortal, keeping it in the back. Obviously, if that goes down, you just lose so much DPS, and keeping it in the back where shields will regen is so nice.
Yeah, the
But Zane
micro
does hold on.
The micro of these players are both superb. And now we are just waiting to see if Zane can mount a comeback in this. It's going to be very difficult as Hydra does walk up the ramp into a force field, but once again, that War Prism micro is there to save the units.
Yeah, such nice force fields on both sides. Honestly, it's really impressive, really nice to see. Good chip here from Hydra. Does take out another gateway, so Zane has had to build 2 in the back just so he can keep up on production. And another shield battery going down in the front as well.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, while Hydra is still pumping them all, Zane is going for the Stargate. He's pumping out a Stargate in order so he can get a Void Ray or some sort of tech in order to do it, whilst also getting a Robo Bay. That could be wild, but either way, he's got to do that whilst getting attacked at his front door. He has no money to warp in regular units.
So aggro here from Hydra with his Immortals in the Warp Prism, but does pick off one of Zane's Immortals with better force fields. I think this may be the beginning of the end as Hydra is fully up the ramp. Another Pro Pool, but each Pro Pool gets weaker and weaker as these probes get spinned out. Let's see how the Warp Prism micro goes.
It's just a matter of time at this point, really. All of the probes have gone down. Zane has no economy left, and this is looking like it's going to be game 2 for Hydra.
The supply does not lie.
Yeah, the bottom's just fallen out. I mean, there's a prism here for Zane, so it's never over till it's over, but it's over.
There you go, and you can see Hydra popping off in his chair there.
Bouncing in the gaming chair. He is
He's feeling it out. The download has been completed. He thinks he's figured out Zane now.
You did say in the pre-match interview, that he was like, oh yeah, it might have been a sweep last time, but I learned a lot. Well, he's learned even more over those first 2 games, and you can see what that means to him.
Yeah, looking so happy there as we... keeps his tournament hopes alive.
Yeah.
Zane on match point, but no, so far not being able to clear it out.
And like a reverse sweep sounds like an impossible journey, but right now we're seeing Hydra make it in real time. This could go all the distance.
Can you hear the phone?
Yeah, it sounds like someone sending me a text.
Is it you?
feels like I'm in early
it's
like
not
2000s.
me. No one would text me.
Yeah. Thankfully, the StarCraft community is old enough to remember texting people, but maybe not Osu.
We're going into Pylon for Game 6, and the final map, should we get there, is Incorporeal.
Oh, good
Both
map.
players are so ready to go.
We dodged the 3-player map then, at least.
Yeah, last fantasy.
I wonder if that was the first map that we chalked off as a loss.
Yeah, I'm sure someone would have vetoed that.
Someone must have vetoed it.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a little bit of problem with the lobby right now, but we will get into the game as soon as possible. Give these players another little breather. Zane looking very happy as well. They're both laughing, they're both chilling, but deep down, they want this bad.
Yeah, and I think once you're in this kind of zone and you're like, let's get it going, let's finish this series out, you know, any little kind of delay could be probably quite annoying, but these players have been friendly.
No, they're in good spirits, both players.
Spirits.
Both players are in good spirits and enjoying this experience, I think. Looks like they are ready now to go into this match.
Yeah, more than anything, I think they're just raring to go. So we're going to hop into, like I said, Pylon LE for maybe the last map of the series.
Protoss favoured map.
In this matchup, definitely.
Yeah, I think Protoss has a good chance of winning on Pylon LE.
Yep, true.
We should start with an extra pylon on this map.
Yeah, freebie.
A neutral pylon, everyone gets.
Right. Spawning in the bottom right of Pylon Ladder Edition, hoping to reverse sweep, keep his tournament dream alive. Hailing from the Netherlands, playing in the blue, it is Hydra.
And his opponent spawning in the top left as the red Protoss player. Guys, if you want him to win, you better start giving him your energy because it's starting to look close. It is Zane!
I saw some brains being spammed in the Twitch chat earlier. You guys have not been spamming enough brains, so if you want Zane to win, spam your brains right now. And we'll see if the big brain Zane himself can close this series out or whether it's going to go to map 7. That would be insane.
Have a legitimate question. Have we ever had a map 7 in Epic Land Finals? I don't think we have.
I don't want to talk about the fact that almost every final I've casted has been a complete loss. I don't want to bring that up right now.
I think that's a courtesy from the players because they know we're tired and hungry and they just want to kind of get it over with.
Well, not today. We're going the full distance. I've decided.
Not today. Yeah, Hydra is here to win. He is locked in. He's started to figure out. I think he's gotten comfortable on the stage now. And now he's starting to play some real StarCraft.
So interesting to see how this series has developed, and obviously quite often in Epic Land in particular, players tend to like face off in the upper bracket, someone drops to the lower, and they normally can kind of get back into the final. So these players often bump into each other, see each other play a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how that develops, what kind of strategies emerge as the series goes.
And it's also interesting to see how he said, mirror matchups, volatile, and it was always going to come down to like scouting. And in the previous game, Hydra scouted and found Zane's proxy, and that was enough. That really was the end of the game there and then in kind of a way. It did spiral out of control all from that. So that can make such a difference, and every game could be different in that regard as to who finds what and who sees what when. Yeah,
I know there's some controversy around this, but I've always said that like this matchup feels very gambly, like very proxy heavy, and that can be like very all in, and that means that like if they find it, then you're behind. If they find it, then you're behind. If they don't find it, you're really far ahead. And then people will say like, no, it's not gambling. It's not gambling. I don't know, it's smart or something. There's no loot boxes.
There's something to it. We do see a proxy Stargate on the side of Hydra here, looking very.
Try again. One more time.
One more time. Is that not Hydra? That's Hydra's.
Yeah,
oh, it's a rowboat. It's a rowboat. It's been a late day.
You know who is building a Stargate, though? Zane. He's building in his main, though.
There you go. Okay.
What a nerd. That should be halfway across the map.
Zane in his main with the big brain.
Hailing from Spain.
Hailing from Spain. About to deliver the
honorary
pain.
Spanish citizenship if he wins this one, I think.
Oh. With the winnings, he could emigrate.
Where
There's one top right, Kaz. Oh, there's a probe. Yeah, the probe is desperately trying to search for the proxy right now. Not having any luck whatsoever. I like the personified probe. We'll call him Pete.
No, because then I'll be sad when he dies.
You've humanized him.
We'll keep track of Pete. We see how he gets on. I reckon he can get at least one kill before he goes.
He just wants to take those minerals home.
Didn't we have this in one of the group stage games where we were like trying to follow a drone that got a kill?
It died.
And it died.
It died.
And we felt very sad about that.
They always do.
Got a kill very early on, and we took over under on whether it was going to make it to the end of the game. He did not.
He did not.
That's so bad. That Oracle flying straight through the watchtower, so that's mega scouted. But we see necessarily doesn't mean that Hydra's seen it.
It was Zane.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're fully right. It's so good. He went through the watchtower that he had control of. He's so smart. He knows what's going on.
Zane strikes
Big
again.
brain Zane knows what he's doing.
It's past my bedtime.
We're having a meltdown with this.
We're
completely losing the plot. This goes to game 7. We're going to be in big trouble.
Really nice reaction there to not get any of his probes frozen.
Did he try and place the second one?
Yeah, and
he looked shifty.
Activated the. Maybe he's across the map and focusing on the defense.
Yeah, we
I
do
think
see
that's why
in
this
the
Oracle's not moving.
Yeah, in the natural there are a few units for things. So yeah, this is where it now starts to get really tight. And again, he does have some shield batteries here, but not that many units. He's waiting for the Void Ray. Once the Void Ray pops out, there's actually a good chance of defending this.
Yeah, and he's so many Stalkers though, and with good Warp Prism micro, this could be really bad for Zane.
And that's why he's trying to still focus on it.
No sentries makes this so hard, because you just see like Hydra controlling the space of the engagement so much, getting those force fields in such annoying places. Zane forced to make adepts, which he really doesn't want. Good snipe on the Prism.
Big snipe on the Warp Prism, but he loses the Void Ray in response. The Immortal is out though to help him defend, but he's going to have to pull the boys one more time.
Good probe pull, nice and early. Does get a good surround on some of these units, so they are going to go down. Only 2 probes lost so far, a little bit mining time.
Is okay.
Yeah, this is actually completely fine.
He had a probe lead. That's a good hold, all things considered. It was a shame to lose the Void Ray, because that was a really important unit, but killing the Warp Prism was huge.
Yeah. And now we see, is it that Oracle now going back into
Yes, Pete is still alive, thank God.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
For those keeping track.
Oracle is still alive and on the map and ready to go back in when it needs to.
Yeah, Hydra keeping the aggression up. Losing the Warp Prism is so annoying because you have to remake it, and it's just using so much robo time that you'd rather be spending on Immortals. Really nice.
Oh, a huge stasis ward.
This income is going to absolutely plummet for Hydra, and this is so important because you need that economy to keep the fuel going as your push keeps going.
Production.
A lot of Immortals out on both sides. Good juggling so far from Hydra, and again, no sentries from Zane means that Hydra takes the high ground here.
Oh, I wish he had built a second Void Ray sooner. It's really not going to come in time for this fight. One of the Immortals go down.
And the shield batteries are just out of charge.
Not like this, Zane. Not like this.
Hydra is bouncing in his chair once more. He knows he is in a fantastic position in this game right now.
It's so hard probe pulling when you just have no army units because you're really not that scary. The Prism gets sniped straight away. No, does barely get out. Another good force field coming through. Probes pulled once again, but we're just bleeding out here. I think this is the beginning of the end. Is this the reverse sweep?
This might be the reverse sweep. Oh no. I feel bad. There you go.
Hydra wins, tying the series 3-3. That is insane. He is one map away. He has brought this to a best of 1.
It's absolutely crazy to start from one map down, but obviously locking in getting ready for this, like you said, best of one for all the marbles. It all comes down to this.
Now, let me tell you, though, Zayn is a man who thrives in this kind of situation. He loves a dramatic story. He loves to be. He's going to tell this story to his children and his grandchildren. He's going to love this. About the time when he won, he nearly let it slip, but then he brought it back in the final game. I do believe.
Zayn wouldn't have this any other way. He's a man who loves drama, and boy, this is drama right now.
It'd be so good for him, though, to finally get an Epic Land win under his belt. Obviously, Hydra coming for his first time, just royal roading.
And you can see that this means a lot to both of them. Like, Hydra has been so popping off these last few matches, and we know how much this means to Zayn. This is now where the tension really gets there. And, oh, I love it. It feels so good.
I'd like to admit something.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm reformed. I'm no longer a PvP hater.
Yeah.
There's something to this, you know.
That's
There's something in
PvP watchable.
this is pod racing.
This is pod racing.
Damn straight it is. Players just need a second, have a sip of water, make sure you are hydrated.
Adjust the headset.
Yeah, of
Get
course.
comfy. I just saw you do yours as well because the
uncomfortable.
glasses and
The
the
glasses were
headphones.
pinching against
That's
my
so
head.
annoying, man.
Yeah, Hydra has the same problem, so it makes a lot of sense actually.
Do you think the high in Hydra stands for hydration?
Oh, that's big.
If it does, it's spelt wrong.
It doesn't matter.
We are
His
hopping
Dutch will allow
into Incorporeal for the final game, not of the series, of the entire tournament.
This is the last match. There's nothing more after this. No matter what, someone will walk away with that fantastic trophy.
We could do like a show match like they did for OSU. Like just another one for
Yeah,
fun.
just-
Like
I
a
don't
big game
think the
banter or
players will be
something.
interested. But
No.
however, what I am interested in is this game on Incorporeal LE, starting for the last time in the top left corner of this map, making what will possibly be the greatest reverse sweep in Epic Land history. He is Hydra!
And spawning in the bottom right, give him your energy, spam those brains if you support Zayn. Playing in the red.
The crowd is sending all their love to Zayn right now. He knows he needs to be charged up and ready.
But we kind of had this feeling from the cheers at the start of the game of like who people wanted to win and how things wanted to go. But at this point, I feel like it's more like a gladiator match, and it's like we're just applauding for the blood and the spectacle, the entertainment of it all.
We're here for good
It's
StarCraft.
content. It's
We're
content.
here for good StarCraft, and we are getting it in spades.
These are two warriors that both want to win. And that's just something so good about watching that.
We get our customary tour of the map thanks to our observer Kaz. Some nice purple gemstones.
Yeah, let's have another round of applause for our spectator hanging out in the back there, Kaz. It means a lot to us that we don't have to sit here with a keyboard and spectate at the same time.
And cast together. This is amazing. We've never done this before.
Unparalleled technology.
Just took a PvP in the grand finals of an Epic Land.
Oh, and like many of the other games, this is starting off actually very standard. No super early game shenanigans. However,
Standard
both the
until it
probes,
isn't anymore.
both the probes are.
They're dodging each other. No more kissing. No more fighting.
No more fighting.
They
Now
are
we're in
hiding.
Now we're in the anxious avoidance stage.
Espionage in the fog of war. Let's see how this one goes.
The tension is killing me.
Yeah.
Zayn just going to go for a standard scout, actually. Going to go into the main, just be like, all right, what's happening this time? Go on, Hydra. Tell me what you're doing.
Where pylon? Pylon here? No
Pylon.
pylon.
No pylon.
By the way, did Pete survive that whole of the last game, right? He was just
he did.
chilling at the, at the
didn't help,
tower.
but he didn't help out at all, actually.
Yeah.
But it's funny because before he was like, I just want to go home, man. And then he saw the probes getting
Yeah.
pulled like 4 or 5 times. He's like, I don't want to go
Oh,
home.
don't
he's
wanna
like,
go
I'm
home.
glad I never
I
went
want to
home.
stay at the front.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to the units of the loser?
Stranded
They're just
forever.
stranded. So
Yeah.
Pete has been left there
They turn
watching
into
that
the little
watchtower.
monsters that go around the map.
Oh, they do. They disappear. Okay, well, they get Thanos snapped. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was
Oh,
gone, man. He's
no.
gone.
Poor little guy.
Turned into dust.
So Zayn is desperately trying to scout here, not proxying on his own side of the map, just playing fairly standard.
Yeah, and we should talk about this a little bit. I mean, it's the last game of the series, so we might as well, right?
Yeah.
It's this interesting like trade-off between like I'm going to proxy as close as I can, and then the rush distance is 0.
Yeah.
Or I proxy somewhere a little bit out, and then there's a little bit more rush distance, or like really far away, but then you have no idea what I'm doing, and it's like there's this trade-off you have to decide about where you proxy. So like this probe is looking at like the most dangerous locations first, the ones closest to Zayn's base, and then he'll kind of work his way out and try and figure out what exactly is going on in this game.
Well, Hydra has found his thing that he believes will work, and that is a proxy robo.
That's unbelievable. It's so close.
And the proxy, did he get scouted? I didn't quite see.
No, just barely did see it.
Just missed it. That's heartbreaking for Zayn. He's going to send a second probe. Maybe the probe will do a better job of the scout.
I just got drink delivery from Gump and I took a way too big swig, but
Yay!
that's good. I'm hydrated. I'm feeling it.
We're getting sloshed for the final game of EPIC46 with Intel.
Sounds like
crowd
sounds like
that got
sounds like
That might be the
sounds
biggest
like
cheer
the
of the
getting
night.
sloshed is sponsored by Intel. They didn't pay for
Damn
this.
straight. No, we Gump paid for the beers. Not Epic. Not Intel, sorry.
I learned yesterday that Gump has a beautiful singing voice. I heard him sing Coldplay.
Oh,
It was
cool.
wonderful.
All right, what's going on in this game? Zane going for those Void Rays again. He's getting them out sooner this time, so
Yeah,
the defense might be easier.
This is really good because I think he may have identified that Hydra has found something that is working, and that is Proxy Robo. And therefore, like say, Zane just needs to like hard commit to stop that. He is finally, after checking the rest of the map.
One of that, you can see on the minimap there where has been revealed. And
Yeah.
This is like the
The
last
sad
place.
news is all the units are already on the way to his base, and
Yes.
he did not see those, so he's going to have to hold on for his dear life at this point.
Yeah, once again, no sentry, so he's giving up kind of control of that ramp. Hydra is going to get everything inside the main, but there is a Void Ray out just in the nick of time. Straight on top of that Prism, taking good damage,
Don't
but
lose the
not
Void Ray,
going
don't
down.
lose the Void Ray. Okay, it's in range of the
got
batteries.
shield batteries,
Yeah, I think we need more batteries here, though, for Zane. Really shore up this defense.
It's really interesting seeing Zane play this strategy without the sentries, given that he's so known for doing.
Just doesn't have
incredible
the gas.
sentry
That's the
micro.
problem.
I was
It's like
gonna
you
say,
can't
you can't
afford
make them
all.
both work,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
It's so tricky.
Oracle is flying in. Once again, it could be a big stage ward, but no, no,
It
not
was
this
like
time.
denied, shut down. No more wards. We're not doing it. This is Hydra's game. Let's see how it's going. Another Void Ray coming out now. I think he should be able
This
to
is
hold
good.
here.
This is really good for Zane.
Oh! Does he commit to it? No, he doesn't commit to it. Does the Void Ray go down? No, can't lose a Void Ray to Zane! Pull it back! God!
Okay, he's got a second Void Ray, and there's not much left that can shoot up. Losing it does suck, but he's holding for now.
A good trade so far, though, and using it just to get so much damage down on those aggressive units. Immortal with his own coming out through for Zane. That should really help him shore up the defense here against these Stalkers and Immortals coming from his opponent, but
This attack isn't
so
going to end for
intense.
Hydra.
It's so intense.
Oracle flying back into the main of thingy, but again, once again, gets shut down. That one Stalker is doing good work down there. Now we look back at the main of Zane to see how the defense is going. He does use overcharge on that barrier to give it a bit more energy, but the energy is already depleted again with those Immortals absolutely
They
chonking
just
the
do
shields
so
away of the
much
Stalkers.
damage, yeah. I think Zane just needs more units here, and at the moment he just seems to not have enough, as Hydra just keeps making his army bigger and bigger. Lots of Stalkers and Immortals coming through. I don't know that Zane has enough here to hold it. He's obviously microing back and forth like his life depends on it, because it does.
Yeah, because it absolutely does. It is everything to play for. There are no more tricks. There are no more things. This is it. This is raw StarCraft, and you just got to make it work now. Let's see the tenacity. Can Zane dig deep enough to find the defense here?
It's so tight, right? It's just like, I don't know, every
I-
unit lost, it
Yeah,
matters
it-
so much because the counts are so low. Hydra once again are going to get entirely up the ramp, and he has so much here. It might be a probe pull from Zane.
One more
There
shield
we
battery
go.
finishes.
Needs to pull early while he's got enough units alive, so he goes straight for it. I think the Warp Prism is going to go down here for Zane. No, good
Oh,
micro
hang
so
on.
far.
Good defense so far. Okay, he holds again. Two Void Rays still stay alive.
A lot of the
But 9
Immortals stayed
workers.
alive
Oh,
for Hydra is the
okay.
scary thing.
And 9
And I-
workers going down is just so bad.
And
for
I
him.
love this. Zane going to go across the map with the War Prism, with the Immortals in. It makes his defense potentially weaker, but this is the key to victory. He needs to strike back through the heart and hit it. But can he hold while this is going on? A third Void Ray is not out
Managed
yet.
to get out a sentry, which buys him more time for
One
his
force field,
drop to
though,
get
that's
across the
really
map.
it.
That might be all the time he needs for the drop to arrive, though. Once the drop arrives, Hydra may just turn around and run away.
It doesn't look like it, though. Yeah, maybe it is. I thought Hydra's going to like
Hydra's
elevator
pulling
up
back, Hydra's
and
pulling back.
go
He's
straight for
scared.
the main with the Warp Prism, but it does look like he's moving
Yeah.
away. I think he got up and then didn't see the Prism. He's like,
Here
okay, I
we
need to
go.
catch
The
that.
Immortals are going to start getting damage done on the other side of the map.
This Prism is so damaged already, though. It's so close. Yeah.
Oh,
Recalling the
a mi-
Sox from the outside.
He's walled in. He's fully walled in. He had to.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, okay. This is very tense now.
Yeah, so good from Zane here to just give himself a bit of space by getting across the map and going aggro. But that
Oh,
Prism is gone.
no! Lose the Prism. The Immortals are going to die. They're going to trade out for what they can. But that was all of the sort of momentum and potential that Zane had. And now he has got to pull out a miracle.
The miracle is coming in the form of Robo Facility, and I feel like that's his best bet
The
here.
Disruptor Hail Mary is
a
what we're gonna
Disruptor Hail
see.
Mary.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do see a
Exactly right.
stasis ward going off in the main. Okay, good reactions from Hydra. He pulls and reacts.
Hydra's playing so well. He's just never taking any damage from this Oracle, and it matters so much in these really tight positions.
And now everything is running. All of the blue is coming down to rain down in the bottom right red corner.
Zane remaking that prism, which is really important for the micro of his ground units, but it's so tight here. I really don't know who's going to get this.
Yeah,
Hydra going to go straight up the ramp.
There is a
Good
force field. Force field! Okay.
Okay, he splits
Not
the
bad.
army, but the elevator lifts are going to happen now with the warp prism.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's already so much up the ramp when the force field went down. I think we need another pro pull here, but
the Void
maybe
Rays
there's
are
not
doing
enough left in the
absolute
tank.
work.
All the stalkers are dead.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 stalkers left. There might be a chance here that the Void Rays will be the only thing left in the air. Ah, more warping has come in though.
So close. And if you could get onto that prism and deny that warp in, it'd be even better for Zane. A little pro pull coming through, but not so many going down so far. But you really need to be really careful not to over-chase here.
The worker supply is continuing to dwindle for Zane. He's down to just 16 to the 22 of Hydra, but such a low economy game for both players.
He is bleeding and battered, but
He's
he is
trading
still
okay.
fighting
He's
hard.
trading better,
really
yeah.
not
At
doing
the start of the
that
game, he was
badly.
doing so much worse, and he's actually kind of clawing it back. And Hydra spent so much more gas. Really nice force field to kick things off. Controlling the top of that ramp.
He's got a decent number of shield batteries now as well, but like, how long can this keep going on for is the real question.
So out of gas and only mining 2 in each.
Yeah. This is a really tense spot.
I don't necessarily see the win condition here for Zane, you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
that's why the War Prism going across the map was such a big, important detail. But now he's forced to purely just defend. He has to just trade out well. There is no base behind this for Hydra.
The prism
and
goes
he gets
down.
the Prism.
That is huge. That means Hydra has to retreat, and he's going to just run straight away. Zane has bought another stay of execution
yeah, there's just
somehow
no
in
pressure.
this game.
There's just no pressure while the prism is down, so now he needs to back off and remake it.
Oh, and look at the natural of Hydra. There's something's been put down there. I can't say a pylon has been put down there to block the expansion.
Yeah, and Hydra's fully walled in, so I feel like a lot of this is just Zane kind of keeping tabs and being annoying as he can and seeing like what timing he's thinking about taking that
Well,
at.
the Oracle may... Oh, there's a nice little cheeky stasis ward that's going to catch the units on the way
Big
back.
fan of that, big fan of that.
Not losing the Oracle is super important because that harass is the other thing keeping Zane alive and just keeping Hydra busy.
And now, because the pylon is being attacked, Zane knows that Hydra's army is all at home completely.
Huge stasis.
wall.
Zane needs to go for this. Like, this is genuinely the window. I think he goes across the map as soon as he can.
I don't think...
The supplies are as even as they're going to get this
It's
game.
true, it's true.
I don't think he gets there before... Like, he can't get there and engage before the stasis wars ends.
No.
It's so close.
But it would have
so
been...
tricky.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal one, and now...
He knows where the proxy is, right? He could have gone and killed the proxy.
Oh,
while
he's
yeah,
depowered.
it's
Oh,
depowered.
depowered,
We
sorry,
missed
I
that.
missed that.
Maybe... Was
It was the Oracle, probably.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Blimey, that must have taken a while.
Yeah.
Tickling away.
I mean, Oracle DPS is actually not too bad.
This is good, because he's F2'd all of his units out of the main now, brought all of his army together to go super aggro, so now there's nothing here to clean up the stasis traps.
Oh,
Really nice reaction
wow.
speed.
Good reaction. Yeah.
These didn't used to say you're under attack, so like you just have to keep looking at your main and it would do it. And it's the same with Widow Mines. It's like it wouldn't warn you, so you just like look back at your main and all your probes are gone. And it's like,
And honestly, that was such a huge quality of life change for thingy. Now we do see Hydra posturing the army outside of the natural, getting very close. All of the Stalkers are on the right-hand side. Does he have Blink? No. Oh, Blink is nearly done. So he's going to Blink into the main with the hallucinated Phoenix. And then he's going to run in.
This could be big.
Question is, will Zane react appropriately to this? He's got no vision on the side of the base. The Oracle could be huge.
It's so hard to, because it's so hard to split your units in a way that makes any sense, so you're not too weak on either side.
And he's in them. He's in
big
them
Blink
now.
in.
Revelation on the Stalkers.
Oh, he pulls everything back.
Sniping the Disruptor. Not going to get it, though.
No, that does come out just now, but at least he sees it and he knows what's going on. Could be a big snipe here.
Oh, he gets it.
Gets it and
Incredible.
blinks away.
He
A good
loses
trade.
a few Stalkers in a response, but the Disruptor is far more valuable.
Yeah, I think so. Well, for the first time, actually, Zane is trading better than Hydra.
This is actually an insane final game.
Zane's
that this
been
is
mining
still
with
going.
like 5 to 6 fewer workers this entire time, right? So his
Yeah.
main's going to mine out less quickly,
Slightly
which
less slow,
is
yeah.
nice. But they both managed to get an expansion down. The thing is, Hydra can therefore afford to trade worse, though, because he has been mining more.
Yeah, but the supply is just so dead even.
It's crazy how close this game is. I'm kind of losing it.
Hydra's army quality is just a little bit better, so you know it's like when we see in Zerg games when their supply looks good, but there's loads of roaches. It's that kind of similar thing where we've got a few zealots and the Void Rays don't really scale that well as the game goes on. Whereas Hydra obviously has a lot of stalkers with Blink. Those are like as good as it gets in situations like this.
Zane's Blink is going to be really far behind. He's not even at the Twilight down yet.
Yeah, I mean, if he even goes for Blink, it's possible that he's like, I can't compete with that, so doesn't go for it. Really nice pull away right at the last second there.
How many force fields does Zane sitting on at the moment? Because that's a much wider choke that he's now trying to hold for his natural.
That is a good question. However, we do have some adepts running here first. Although Zane realized they've been spotted. And,
yeah, and Hydra seeing them as well, so really nice reaction. And Zane now realizes that how much has been left at home. Nice shade goes through. I mean, yeah, not worth. He killed maybe one, maybe not even one.
Did get to see, you know, what he's up against though in terms of workers on the natural.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's so much. It's nice to have so much information, but at the same time, it's like information just says that you're not doing very well, and you're like, oh, okay.
And he is definitely behind. He does now know economically he is struggling.
So the question is does Zane now commit to a big 2-base play? He has got 3 Void Rays, which is an unusual kind of like high power set of units to have. He is proxying the gateway. I think he's going to launch a big assault from that proxy gateway, try and kill the 3rd and snowball that into the wind.
Yeah, we saw in earlier games where he kind of wasn't trying to play eco from behind, so he wasn't probing up. He wasn't really going for it. He's like, this is it. I've got this is my route. This is my best shot. We'll see what he decides on.
Oh, the AFK probe that was hiding there from earlier gets control F1.
Pete's back from the other game.
Yeah, Pete.
Made his triumphant return to base. Finally returned those minerals from a different map.
Yeah. Zane is building an Archon. I don't know how many Archons he's going to be able to squeeze. But again, any unit is good here, right? Like this is like such a scrappy game that any unit you can build that is going to be able to get you value is hugely important.
Hydra just sharking around with these stalkers is so scary because they just get so much value. Like picking up a Void Ray here would be so good.
Oh, they went for the
War
Prism.
The Prism is nice, yeah.
Absolutely feel that going for the Juggler. The Oracle is still alive and in the top of the map and might be looking to go to cause some trouble. No, just like getting in position.
Yeah, I think Zane's finally clearing out this proxy. He's so out of position though, and the big blink in from Hydra, who obviously watched that army leave.
I think Zane's called it. He's pulling the boys. That might be it. This might be the final push of this tournament.
Hold your hands together and pray, as this one is going to get big. The 3rd is now under attack. Hydra knows he doesn't need to defend it. He's just going to evacuate the probes and give it up.
Yeah, there's so much here, even at the top of this ramp for Hydra. Good force fields coming out from Zane to kick things off. Obviously, that's the Archons to break the force fields.
But this is on a timer, as there are stalkers in Zane's main base. Until he feels threatened enough to walk them back, which he kind of does now. However, big force fields at the front. Void Ray's trying to do anything else. There are shield barriers in range.
Through these force fields, and they're just so trapped. He has Archon so he can break the force fields, and they're just getting stuck behind all of his other units. It's so frustrating for him to see. So tight here, and I just feel like Hydra's supply is so good. Zane bleeding off so much. Hydra's even pulling the probes to the front. This is it. It's all or nothing, so might as well use them.
The surround coming in from both sides here from Hydra. Zane trying to fight on 2 fronts, trying to fight up the ramp, but it's looking really good for Hydra right now.
I think this is it. The collapse from Zane has just been unbelievable.
And
Hydra with
done
the
it!
reverse sweep.
Hydra is absolutely popping off. Huge congratulations, completing a momentous reverse sweep to win EPIC46.
What an absolute game. I think we're going to throw over
to
Dane on the stage for a quick chat with Hydra, maybe.
That reaction makes it all worthwhile. And yeah, we're going to have Dan come back on the stage to do the post-match honors. Dane, will you take it away with an ecstatic Hydra?
Can you give it up for our closest game of StarCraft I've ever seen in my entire life? Give it up. A huge congratulations to you, Hydra. How are you feeling after that series?
I have no words. I'm crying. It's holy shit.
I can only imagine the adrenaline that's going through right now. Let's just go through the series a little bit and just talk through what was going through your mind. Obviously, going into the series being down 0-1 was probably pretty frustrating, very off. But how are you feeling after getting your Dark Shrine scouted straight away?
It was horrible. It was such a horrible start. And yeah, being down 0-1 and then your Dark Shrine getting instantly scouted, it's a horrible feeling. What can you say? But luckily, I brought it back.
And I think really obviously the turning point, I guess would be Ley Lines when you scouted his Immortal proxy, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was on Maganafa that I saw his probe go to the corner the same as my proxy robo. So I got a huge advantage of that. So that's my win instead of the Dark Shrine getting scouted for him. So yeah, you take and you lose some.
My question was, when you scouted that you were both doing Proxy Robo, did you know that it was both Proxy Robo? And did you deliberately make Stalkers before the Immortal, or is that just how you normally do it?
No, so because I knew where his final was, where his probe was, I went for Stalkers first for the Robo to try and catch him off guard. but normally I don't really do that, no. It was just improvisation.
And in that last game, what was going in your mind when you were thinking Proxy Robo one more time?
I was like, fuck it, why not, let's do it. It worked for me before, so why not, right?
Well, incredibly well played, really impressive stuff, Hydra. Let's give it up one more time for Hydra. Absolutely insane series. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. This has been Epic Land StarCraft 2, and thank you so much for being a great audience, and have a great night.